Hold.
And we're about ready to hold. And, all right, I think we're hold. Greetings and/or salutations, and welcome to the Imbibe Cinema Podcast. The Imbibe Cinema Podcast is brought to you by the Blue Whiskey Independent Film Festival, otherwise known as BOIF. I am Jonathan C. Leggett, along with my co-host,
Trisha Leggett,
as well as our producer,
Michael Nowens.
And we are also pleased to welcome Andrea and Nick Meir.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yes. Welcome. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the 2013 comedy, The Way Back. The cocktail we are imbibing is called Way Back When, which consists of whiskey, Demerara syrup, lavender bitters, and orange. Look for the episode recap link in our show notes, where you'll find a written summary of our discussion along with a picture of the Way Back When and ingredients so that you can make your own cocktail at home.
I have a question about the cocktail, John.
I have an answer about the cocktail.
I hear that originally there was supposed to be a flaming orange.
You're supposed to twist the orange peel and then light the orange peel on fire, and it is supposed to be the garnish. You're supposed to use a lighter on the orange peel, and it does
Get a smoky orange flavor.
Yeah.
And you decided that was not necessary.
Well, I didn't want to have to buy an orange. Do you know what the economy is like? Have you seen what you can get for an orange?
Here I thought it was a safety precaution.
Oh, no, I'll light shit on fire left, right, sideways, up and down. This is simply, it's like, so
This is how we are cost effective.
So
on
yeah,
the
no,
podcast.
I can either buy whiskey and lavender syrup and bitters,
Not
or
those
an
oranges.
orange that is only going to be used for the garnish.
Right? And they all cost the same.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, we had oranges we could have
We
brought.
could, yeah.
Oh, now you tell me.
Yeah, my bad.
We are rich in citrus in our house.
Yes. We may not have money,
But we've got citrus.
So we got plenty
Citrus
of
to
that.
spare.
Already, we're having a situation where, as theater people, as people who've been on stage together, we've worked together, there is a certain dialogue. There's a familiarity that can happen between theater people. And I would love to know what the percentage of script versus, loose improv, especially with Sam Rockwell in this. But like, one of the things I think we all really loved about this particular film is that dialogue. And I'll pass it over to you, Andrea, to discuss firstly. But what was your big take on this script and the characters?
So what I love about this film is that the dialogue is so authentic.
Yes.
Especially the dialogue between the parents and the children, especially Allison Janney's character.
Yes.
Best character intro
Oh,
ever.
my God.
And yet every intro
Falling
of
off
hers.
the wagon, accept it, and move on.
Yeah.
I love
my laundry.
Yes.
I love the see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
I never heard that before, and I was like, I love that.
Well, yes, we definitely know what the word that she was trying to spell out, but
I've never been that classy.
It's
That-
C-U-N.
That word gets thrown around a lot at our house. In
Oh.
a joking
Not in
way.
front of the
okay.
children.
Not-
No,
Well,
but
Put that out there.
So like in a British way.
Absolutely.
in like a
Okay.
way when you just know the other person needs to take it down a notch. I'm a giant. See you next Tuesday.
Okay.
As am I. But you said it was a classy one, so.
Oh,
Yes,
well, I mean,
you're
if
a
you're going
classy
to be,
one.
you might as
Yeah.
well be
I'll
a classy.
take it.
But no, she's great. Like her whole thing of like his lazy eye.
Yep. Oh God. Yeah.
Just point.
Yeah,
And then she kisses him on the head. So
Yeah.
like it's the
There
dialogue,
is
but
love.
it's also the little choices that they make that just
Yes.
make this feel like you're not watching a movie. You're actually just in this family.
Yep. Fully immersed.
The-
Yes.
The conversation when Chip and Joan come in and they're having dinner and they're telling a story and she goes, "Oh, I went to a luau once," and then they kind of and everyone's been in that situation when you're not the person who knows everyone there.
Yes.
And you're like,
You're
"Well, I
trying
gotta
to
say
intersect some
something."
story.
And then you're
Yep.
like, "Oh Jesus, I should have just kept my mouth shut." And she's just like, "No, I just passed out at the beach." That's all I was trying to say.
I don't
And
feel
they're
like,
"Oh,
John,
that's so funny."
you've ever been in that situation.
that I've ever
Yeah.
been uncomfortable in the things that I've said.
I think you just say them.
I
Yes, and then like 20 years later, he's like in the shower, And he's like, oh God, I said that.
Yeah,
and then he comes
no.
out and he goes, Trisha, do you ever like have random things come to you decades later and go, I'm so humiliated by what I said. And now I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm like, you caught up to my world.
I don't do the reboot in real time.
can
My
see. I'm making
reboots are
heart
all
hands.
like post-mortem reboots where it's like you're sitting there like on a treadmill or something like that, and all of a sudden you just go like, "Gah!"
You're trying to fix it in post. You can't.
Yeah, no, I know. I
You
can't,
just can't.
and I should probably just go with my initial instinct, which is, I said it.
You accept it
That-
and you move
Yeah.
on.
That
and you
is
move
very
on.
much Allison Janney's character and
Yes.
Sam Rockwell's character. And that's the other thing. You have these foils of these characters too, and it's just so beautifully done
Yes.
that you just get a little bit of everything in this short amount of time. But we tried to figure it out. How long did
Well,
we
they get
say?
down there
A couple
within
days
like a week
before
of 4th of July.
Yeah.
Because basically they have the 4th of July and then you know what hits the fan and then they leave.
Yeah. They're definitely leaving earlier
Yes.
than intended.
Which also, just to be off work for like the whole summer, that's what he does.
Yeah.
But he's a car salesman. He's not going to make money. So
We talked about it. It's his family's house. That's what we're like. All these people who have been down there, it's like that's a house they all grew
The
up in.
Riptide.
Yeah, probably.
One of the stories I had heard was they went and they sent someone out to take pictures of houses that could be used in the film. And one of the houses they had taken as an option actually was Steve Carell's in-laws house.
Oh, nice.
Oh, God, that's hysterical.
But I'm sure there is like how most scripts with people who like to improvise is like you try to do what's in the script, and then usually the director's like, well, here's some takes to kind of go off and see what you do. And the only one that feels more, I think, improvised is Sam Rockwell's character. 'Cause he's supposed to be the guy, the man-child, the Bill Murray type. Like, I don't take anything serious until I have to.
oh, he's so Bill Murray.
And he's Bill Murray from Meatballs. Like, it's such a good performance. But, like, everything he does, where it's just like, oh, great, well, now I could die. Like, his quick responses, I'm sure it was many things. And the writers, I mean, Jim Rash, who is Lewis, there's no way that all of his great lines were just written. It's probably like, here's what he's going to say, and then just let it go and see where we go with the scene.
So you actually have Jim Rash and Nat Faxon?
Nat.
Yeah, who plays
Who's Roddy.
Yeah, or Roddy, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you literally have the two writers and directors.
And the directors, yeah.
Who are, in the thick of it, like, absolutely enjoying
Oh, yeah.
what they've got going.
They didn't do trailers for this film. They rented a house. And then everybody kind of like stayed in the house when they weren't. And then they found out people who weren't even like scheduled to shoot were just hanging out at the house.
Oh, I
And you can
imagine.
tell there's this real comfortable vibe on, like just from the way everybody interacts, that they're very familiar with each other. And like that party scene, it's very like, oh, I've been to that party.
Yes.
The inappropriate
yes.
party where the child shows up and everyone just keeps partying.
Yeah.
That party.
Wait, which
the one
party?
At,
There's a
yeah, I was about to
couple
say there's a
No,
number
I mean
of
the work
parties.
party.
Oh,
The work
yeah,
party.
you are
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Okay.
the inappropriate child party.
Yeah.
Got it.
But he does have his moment.
No,
where
not
he's
the
like,
inappropriate child
yeah.
party. That is a
He's
completely
like,
different
like,
party
you
that
know, I'm
thankfully
going
is
to
not
jail.
in this movie.
Yeah.
That's a different movie.
But like Sam Rockwell does have the moment where he's like, "Hey, you could hang out for a little bit." Like
Yeah.
he loves Duncan, but he's just like,
No.
"Well, you're still a kid. Like you shouldn't really
Yeah.
be at this
No, I
party,
was talking
but-
about Peter. Peter is much younger.
Yes.
Yes.
And he also says to Peter, you can
But
hang out for a little
Peter
while.
has-
It's like,
Mind
I'll
if I
hang out.
mingle?
Yeah.
Love
Peter has his
Yeah.
type of energy where he's just like,
Yes.
I can let Peter go off, and then I'll reel him back in.
But
and
you
tell him
don't
gotta
find out that Peter has that energy until
he gets to the
later,
party,
and it
yeah.
is that, like, what a wonderful moment it is for those two characters, where it's like, okay, there's this kindred spirit type thing, and all of a sudden they're cool. In fact, that does not fly very well.
Can I
with
see your
Annalise and
lazy
Jenny.
eye? He goes, the bits I could do with that?
Yeah,
Okay,
oh
look
my
me in the
God, yeah.
eye. Come on.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Nope. They're absolutely perfect. The dialogue is fantastic. I had actually mentioned, I think, on a previous podcast that I worked on The Breakup and watched Vince Vaughn in action.
Oh, gosh.
Vince Vaughn will do the scripted dialogue for the first 3 takes. After that, it's fair game. It is never the same. He is all over the map, and I mean, it is absolutely fantastic to watch because you see
He's
what
got
ends up
some
in the
really good ones in the breakup.
Exactly.
As much as that movie was probably mismarketed,
Yes.
because
Oh,
people are like, it's
totally.
not really a comedy.
No.
It's way more of a drama.
Yes.
That it just has a funny lead, which
Correct.
Vince Vaughn is, but so many good. But-
Anytime they're on the double decker.
Oh yes.
But I think that's a good way to do a movie with people. Improvising is a true skill that not every actor has, and plenty
Correct.
of actors don't like it. where they're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to improvise. I just want to stay
True to the script.
True to the script.
Yep.
So you have to have a cast comfortable with that. And like even Steve Carell, I'm sure some of his stuff, and he's not the comedic, which is a big
He's
was a big surprise.
really typecast as a dick. It's like, how many movies and shows have you seen Steve Carell? And he's like, he's such a good jerk.
Yeah, but that started with this movie. This was like one of his first playing a dick where you're like, oh, that's Steve Carell playing
And
that.
from the very first scene,
Yep.
like
right away.
you're like,
Yeah, you're like, oh God. he's-
So interesting bit of information about that first scene. That actually comes from Jim's actual life. His stepdad asked him that question, where would you rate yourself? And he gave the safe answer of 6. And the dialogue between Steve Carell and Trent and Duncan, it's almost verbatim, according
man.
to what Jim said. Because everyone asked, like, is this based on a true story? It just seems so authentic. So parts of it, I think the icky parts come from his actual childhood.
Okay.
yeesh.
What a great way to process that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very
yeah.
therapeutic.
He's
Yeah,
also like he's
therapeutic,
the
yeah.
ultimate gaslighter too, because every time he makes a mistake,
yeah.
he responds with, "Okay, let's do this together. It's
Yes.
we both want this.
We're
like,
together,
let's
yeah.
start over.
We're
and it's
in
like,
this
Yeah, we're
together.
in this together. So like you could tell he's that type of guy where it's
Well,
like,
he's a car salesman.
Yeah, I was
going to
say,
He
very
is, yeah.
car
sale.
salesman.
but he's not even like a schmoozy type. He's a, oh man, I'm so sorry I messed up, but you know what? We'll do this together.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. And
Right.
there's so many good nods to what he was like before meeting Pam because of reactions from his friends. You know, when you talk about like
Yeah.
authentic dialogue, all their reactions to their stories
so good.
Yeah.
look authentic. Like, oh yeah, no, they know he's so full of shit.
Yeah, although at the same time, one of the moments that I think gets me. Now, this was actually Trisha's my first time watching this. I know this. It's weird because Michael has
I
been pushing this
know.
film for a while.
Oh, good job.
And so like we knew it was going to be a good one. We just had never gotten around to it. The moment that Steve Carell almost brings me back. And like into his corner is the moment where Joan starts making out with him in the side of the house and he stops her. And it's almost like,
Oh, not this summer?
Yeah.
Like we do this every year. And
Yeah.
you know, it's like her husband has to know.
Oh,
So
he knows.
that's,
We talk about
that's
that
a
a
discussion
lot.
we've had is like, does
Poor Kip.
know?
Oh.
And is it one of these things where he feels it, but he hasn't caught them in the act? So once Duncan does call it out, because his
Yeah,
reaction is not to snap at Steve Carell. It's
No.
like, I think it's the realization of, I've always known this. I didn't want to believe
Yeah.
it, but like, but it's also like, how often do they see each other? Are they really good friends who have grown up together, but it's only in the summertime? So like part of maybe Kip's thing is like, well, am I being paranoid because we only see him for a month and a half and we've been close? Or it's like, are they sneaking off?
Well, and seems to be they're heavy partiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that like
Spring
they're
break for
not
adults.
Yes.
Love that line.
that is
Yeah.
Sucks here.
yeah.
One of the things that I really, really loved about it was how everybody is different with different people. So you see different sides of Pam when she's dealing with her son and when she's dealing with Trent. And then how the kids are when they're with each other versus with their parents. And then
Right.
really how Duncan really comes into like his own and kind of finds who he really is when he's at the water park.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how that's the coming of age part, right?
Yeah.
That's the where it's like you're finding your own voice. And one of the things I would really be interested in hearing about the experience in the theater, because when watching it at home, I'm like, I feel like this would have been like a laugh out loud in the
Yeah.
theater
Yeah,
moment.
for
Was
sure.
when he gets on the boat and he has to wear the stupid life
only one of
vest,
the life
and
vests?
he's just so quietly sitting there being miserable.
And she even walks up to him and is like, could you look even more miserable or something like
yeah.
that?
But his response
yes.
is great,
So
where he's like,
bad
can
for
he
him.
be even more
More
of
of
a
a-
dick?
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
like, hey, now he's but is he? What's funny is me and my two siblings saw it first on a day Andrea was moving into what we used to
One
call
of
the
my apartments.
cornucopia of awesomeness when she lived downtown.
place.
We like helped her moved in and she was there with her parents and we were like, hey, let's go see this movie called The Way, Way Back, which none of us watched the I thought I watched the trailer, and then was totally confused by like, oh, Sam Rockwell's the good guy. For some reason, thought he was the bad guy. But like, we went and saw it, so it wasn't a packed theater. But like, we laughed at all the stuff, and we're like, this movie's amazing. Why are more people not talk about this? Because it is a stacked cast, but it's not a stacked cast of like blockbuster A-list actors.
Yeah.
Even at the time, like Steve Carell, while a big actor, he wasn't marketed as the star of this movie, and
Correct.
he's not.
No,
it's a
correct.
total ensemble, and your teen actor wasn't big. And I think,
Yeah.
to me, not that it's the same type of movie, but it's like when in Boogie Nights casting someone like Mark Wahlberg, who wasn't a strong actor, but you needed someone who was a deer in the headlights, experiencing this world for the first time, and kind of has this like almost aw shucks, even though. And I think that's what Duncan does a good job is you have all these great veteran actors who have either been stars in movies or have been in thousands of movies, and you have this kid who is awkward.
He has this great, like, awkward
so
feel to him. It's
Yeah.
so awkward in the beginning, especially. And then when the kid smiles, you're like, oh, it's a whole different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he smirks and like he's tanned now and
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like
And he has that
given
confidence.
attitude a little bit. Yeah, the confidence.
Right? But yeah, I really it struck me in the whole like that awkward like 11 to 14 phase where there's such little freedom that you have and all the things that they are stuck doing because the adults are like, well, you have to do this.
Yeah.
And
You
and
are
just like
present.
And they're
during
too
this.
young
Yeah.
to do what the adults do. They're not like 18 like
Right.
Yeah.
her older son, where it's
Right,
like,
early.
oh, they're going to, yeah,
Don't
Charlie.
do your dead
Don't
dance
do
next
your
to the
dance
fire.
next to the fire, Charlie.
Don't want my firstborn
Born-
bursting into flames. Looks like my brother made another sale.
Yep.
Oh, such a great scene. And they're all just like falling over each other to go towards the beach. And
Yep.
And there's also this thing of absentee fathers because both her and Duncan make their dads out to be these great guys.
you mean
And-
Susanna?
Susanna.
Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking
Yeah.
about?
And when we were talking about Pam, you really feel for Pam in the
Yeah.
scene when Duncan calls out, he's been sleeping with her. Like, why don't you do something? You could tell
Yeah.
she was so beaten down by that first marriage, but also like, she's like, you don't just understand adulthood and you don't
Yeah.
understand what your dad's done to me. You don't understand. And then when Trent tells him about like, oh, good luck. Your dad doesn't want you, kid. And
Yeah.
she's just like, Trent, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be the adult. Yeah, and like, there's a lot in Pam that while she's more of an observer in a lot of the like group scenes, because she's not familiar with
Timid.
these people and timid. Yeah. But there's a lot she does. Toni Collette's such a good actress.
amazing.
And it was like, as an adult, the more I feel like you watch it, you're like, man, you really feel for her because it's like that marriage is probably awful, and he
Yeah.
probably cheated on her a bunch. And it's
Well, she
like,
says, I've
Clearly.
been through this
Yeah.
Yeah.
before after they have that big fight over Candyland. What a great scene.
That's-
like,
Yeah.
talk about authentic dialogue, authentic fighting. When she freaks out, like, trying to be quiet with the soup in the other room
Yeah.
and then just, like, goes off and then he leaves. And then he's just gone for a while, like just so authentic. And then you know where he went.
Yep.
He's with Joan, and it's just like, oh, well, there's the thing. Back to he pushes her away, and he's like, okay, I'm here with Pam. And at the beginning of the movie, he's like asserting like Pam is my woman. He's
Yes.
all over her. That's why Joan's making the stink face over there, and like
Yep.
it just keeps getting worse. But then when things get hard, when we have the fight over the Candyland game, which isn't about the Candyland game, right? It's about Joan.
Yep.
He just goes
wait,
back
it is?
to her.
No, I'm kidding. That was about Candy.
Yeah.
Man.
No, it's
Obviously.
about rules of a board game, and you
Cannot take
adhere.
the gumdrop pass.
Hashtag
the-
Trent was right. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
he was.
You got to follow the rules.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was
So,
right about those
it is-
rules.
it
I
is
will agree with him on that.
down for a reason. He's not a 5-year-old child who needs to be coddled and take the Candyland road. No.
But
Oh, sorry. Yes.
it's funny that the character that breaks the rules is the one that's like, no, you have to follow the rules. Except for me, I don't have to. Follow the rules.
absolutely.
Oh, but that's the thing is I think in Trent's head there's a board game. It's actually written down what the rules are, whereas in life the rules are it is our social contract with each other.
Mm-hmm.
to him, I don't think that he sees that as a board game rule.
Well, and here's the other thing that like I really love, and I feel like most kids need this said to them, and too few get this young enough. Is Sam Rockwell's at the end when the kid says I'm a 3. And he's like, that's not about you. That's about him. And then it's like, Trent is that. You know, he's got his own demons, and he's just projecting all that on everybody around him.
Yep.
And it's really good that you have this great character that is like a role model for a kid that doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Right? His dad has disappeared, doesn't want him, and his stepdad to be maybe is a dick.
The dude courting his mom.
Right.
Courting.
Yes, courting. And then he, by chance, like meets Sam Rockwell, who seems to be like this guy who just like sees maybe a version of himself, or he just takes lost things in. We're not sure, but he's so good. And one of the reasons I think, when you had said, when I saw the trailer, I think as a society we have been conditioned to see any young man who's vulnerable
of any varietal.
Yes, to see it as, this is going to get dark real fast.
Oliver
Like,
Twist.
all go there because, like, the film has
everything is Call
conditioned
Me
us
by
to
Your
think
Name.
that first, and not something that is really, truly beautiful. But they have this great intimate moment, and the whole time you're like, why do I feel like they're going to kiss all of a sudden? And they're like, because movies have ruined me.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And I see the dark everywhere.
Yeah, although I think possibly one of my favorite moments is at the end when they're at the gas station. They're literally leaving town, and he breaks out of the station wagon, which like. The movie starts and I'm like, wait, is this a period piece?
Yes, you think
and then
that.
and I'm like, no, because look at all of the rest of the cars are in the
Couldn't
the
afford the
modern
budget
day.
for everything around the station wagon.
Anyway,
Right.
so
well,
but
Trent is proud of that. That's his
Oh,
vintage
that's his-
car.
yeah, vintage
so
baby.
we talk about all the time, like the things that Trent said and that he says and the things that he does, like that comes from his dad. That comes from his childhood. Those are phrases that he's heard before.
Yep.
That was his dad's car that he wasn't allowed to touch. That's why he gets on Duncan for being on top of it, because there is not one dent in that car. He just saw him there. Like we love to break down Trent all the time.
Oh yeah. No, that's
He's
a
real
fair
see you
assessment.
next Tuesday.
He is a see you next Tuesday, but like the moment that Sam Rockwell actually finally meets Trent and literally steps in the way
that
and
little moment
blocks,
where he just
and-
blocks him and like
you're Trent.
And Trent tries to make one more move to like collect
"Oh, three
and
told me
It's like a game of chess.
yeah, and he does an extra like juke move to just be like, you are not laying a hand on this kid. Back the ever loving,
It's one of the best moments of the movie. Is
Yeah.
when
Agreed.
they go down the water slide. He passes him,
Yep.
and then when he meets Pam, and he's like, "Oh, you're his mom. Like, that's so
Yeah.
great to meet you. You
You
got
have
a
a
hell
great
of a
kid."
kid here." And then
Yep.
just that little moment of stepping in front of Trent. And it's funny because
you
it's,
must be
it's
Trent.
the only time they're ever talk in the movie. But like Trent
Yes.
doesn't say anything.
Anything just right. Yeah.
And it's just that great little moment, and you're like, it's also really sad 'cause it's like, is that the last time they ever see him? Like, because obviously, why would Duncan and his mom go
I think
back
that's the
there?
last
That's not
time
their summer
anyone
home.
sees
That's not.
anybody.
Yeah.
So it's like this beautiful, like,
That's why it's the story.
you'll always remember each other, even though you only were in each
season,
other's
Yeah.
lives
a
for
reason,
2.
and a lifetime.
There you
this
go.
was a reason.
Yep.
These people
Yeah.
needed to find each other.
Yes.
That's the other thing.
And it also
beautiful about
helps
this story.
connect mom and son when she jumps all the way into the way back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because if
That's
she would have
what-
went to the back seat, it's only way.
That would,
but then you
yes,
need
but she
another
had to go
way
all the
to go
way.
all the way.
But that was another thing. The window was down the entire time.
He did keep saying, "You got to speak up, buddy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
That
good
was a good
point.
impression.
Is that because that was actually
That was
really good?
really
Steve
good.
Carell. But like, is it because
you
of
do
the
more trend
window,
lines
the
like
window whipping through there?
I don't
That's
know. I
possible.
guess I've never really thought about the window. I'm going to have to watch it
I
again.
think that's just
Yeah.
called a continuity
I
error.
don't
Yeah,
know.
probably.
No, don't call it continuity.
I don't think you need an open window to have a child in the back that suddenly is
Mumbling.
like, I'm mumble.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I can hear you when you don't want me to hear you. But
Yes.
now when I'm asking a question, it's and you're like, oh my God, speak up.
Yeah. You've been on stage. I know you can enunciate and like with clear diction.
Also, though, we were talking about the teenage girls. that dialogue, which
Yes.
is like, I
So
can't wait to do drugs
authentic.
with my kid, and like,
Yeah, it's like,
they're like, oh,
Did you hear what's her face broke up? Oh, I don't get her
good.
face.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
Okay,
playing
I'm sorry.
toss, okay? Like,
God.
my boyfriend's so funny. We're just like,
Babe, I'm tossing.
yeah, we're like,
Yeah,
who
that's
said?
Yeah.
We talked about this
Yeah.
as if they had a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
I am tossing. We talked about this. Come on.
tossing. Yeah, what a weird verb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that little
I've
scene on the
never
beach is
heard
so
anyone
Oh,
say,
God, no.
Like, you want to toss a football? It's like, no,
Yeah.
you just pick. I'm
You're
throwing
playing
the football.
catch.
But
Yeah,
maybe
playing catch or something.
it's like a regional thing though, because they're
I'm
all from
tossing?
New York.
If it
I don't
only,
know.
if only he
No,
had like a
I feel
Boston
that they
accent.
no, I feel that they put that word in there very specifically.
Babe, I'm Tom Brady. I'm tossing the
Yeah,
football.
tossing.
God.
We're going to take a few moments to fill our glasses and get ready to imbibe more after this. The Blue Whiskey Independent Film Festival exhibits short and feature-length motion pictures that utilize story elements in a new and exciting way. Our official selections are a carefully assembled blend of imaginative, sophisticated, and full-bodied stories. This is what our name represents. With audiences expect to experience character-driven independent cinema that is fueled by the filmmaker's passion for the art of visual storytelling. Filmmakers can expect an intimate festival experience where their personal story is valued as much as the one projected on the big screen. So I am Jonathan C. Leggett, and I'm here along with
Trisha Leggett.
Michael Nones.
and we are also blessed with,
Nick Muir.
and Andrew in there.
and we are discussing the way back. Enjoying this podcast? Please subscribe or follow us on your favorite podcast providers to get the new episodes as soon as we release them every Wednesday. Rate and or leave us a review to help our show reach that larger audience. And you can also follow Imbibe Cinema on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Letterboxd. And we want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts on the way back. We want to hear your thoughts on maybe our cocktails or movies that you think we should be talking about. Look for the link in our show notes to send us a text or leave us a voicemail, and we will take some time on the next episode to discuss. All right, so one of the things I think that we all appreciate about this movie, especially as we have all gotten older, is the perspective. This is a coming of age film, and I know, Andrea, you already mentioned that, like, you know, when you watched this the first time, you had felt more connected with the youth of the film, whereas now possibly not as much. I'm gonna throw it around here in a spin because I'm maniacal and evil. Coming of age movies. Favorite coming of age movie?
Besides this one,
Yes.
for me, it would be Now and Then.
Oh.
I love that movie.
It's a really good one.
The story of the four girls growing up in the 70s with the mystery, and you've got like the four different personalities, and then you get like their future, and they've turned into these like not powerful women, but they've grown into their selves, and despite all the trauma
Okay.
as kids, they're okay. They're not perfect, but
Yep.
they're okay. And I think it's such an important message to send, especially young girls who
Yeah.
are like living in their childhood trauma and things like that. And then just see like, okay, they're okay and they're still friends, especially because, and we talk about this all the time, Trish, like female friendship when you're older is kind of rare because it takes a lot of work because you've
That's
got
fair.
kids, you've got everything going on. And like moms very rarely put themselves first, and you have
Yes.
to put yourself first sometimes if you're going to keep
Right.
up with female
and then you have
friendship.
to spend the time overthinking every conversation after it happened, being like, oh my God, are we really friends? Or I just feel like this isn't, I'm stupid.
Oh, Trish, I think we're really friends. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I
I'm an
wrong? Oh my god!
Oh
I'm
shit!
right.
Now
Oh
she's
my
gonna
God.
start overthinking. Oh, the cast just made this interesting.
Oh boy. No, but making friends, I think, when you're older is actually just really hard because
yeah.
a lot of times people are like, well, here's my already core group of friends.
Yeah.
It's awkward. And then doing this theater group was an example of like, you knew Marcy already. So when I first started doing it, it was like, I didn't know John. I didn't know John's family. I didn't know Marcy. I didn't know their.
I
It's
just
like,
Yeah.
knew Marcy. That was
yeah,
it.
but it's like, am I? What if these people don't get along with me. Now am I just gonna be the guy who's always showing up because it's like it's Andrea's husband, so he's got to be there, and I guess he'll be in a show. So, but it's like it's awkward. It's awkward meeting other adults and trying to become friends.
This is our friend Andrea. This is our other friend, Andrea's husband.
That's funny because usually I'm the sidekick in the scenario, but that's sweet. You think that
What friends do I have?
you have my friends,
Yes.
who you love, right? Like,
Have you guys seen the SNL sketch where it's like the man park?
Oh,
yes.
that's
So
so
that
funny.
is
They
so
go to make friends.
real.
Yes.
So real.
Yes,
Okay.
and they just had a new sketch this past season where it's the wives are in that, like the friend wife, and then the husbands. They cut to them, and they're just like, "Hey,
Oh yeah,
huh?"
and they all have
And they're just
tearaway
like, "Hey,
pants.
yeah."
Yes, at the end.
Yeah.
That part doesn't make sense, but it's funny.
Oh, it does.
But it's the whole like, "Hey guys, you know,
you
what,
have
never
tearaway
mind."
pants on right now, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I was like, you like Marvel? I like Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel?
Marvel.
Yeah. but- yeah.
You're like
Marvel.
seagulls. Men are just seagulls. They're just like,
Mine.
movie,
Mine.
movie, mine,
Movie.
Mine.
Podcast.
Sports balls?
Sports ball. Sports ball.
balls.
Balls.
Like, but back to this movie and
Oh.
and my shift in the perspective, like. It's hard to make those friendships.
Yeah.
So I feel for the parents in this movie because I feel like this is their one time a year they get to be young again.
Right, because Tony Collette's character is basically like, I have to make sure everybody else is okay. That's
Yep.
my job. I need to make sure everybody else feels
Yep.
good. And then I get some time for me, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. And so, like, it's kind of like, as much as it's Duncan's story, it's her story too.
Correct.
And it's funny when everyone, I'm pointing to the Water Whiz right now, that has been so gorgeously
yes.
constructed out of the Legos. And we
Child
have
labor.
Vladimir, Ishmael,
Child labor?
and Mingli stuck in the slide. My absolute favorite part of that. But the Water Whiz is a magical place because the minute that everyone gets there, they come into their own. So it's
Yes.
not just Duncan's coming of age movie.
Correct.
It's Sam Rockwell's. It's Toni Collette's. Like,
Yep.
she finally stands
Maya
up to
Rudolph.
Trent when she. Yes, Maya Rudolph.
This whole, like, you made me this person. I don't like this
Yes.
person.
Oh, that line.
That is so
yes.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's why this doesn't happen.
Or he's
Yes.
like, "Why don't you come up here and we'll talk politics?"
Yes, I know.
You say that all the time. That's one of your
Also, when
favorites.
you take the Ming, when he's like, "We're stuck, dumbass," and he goes, "I don't see how I'm the dumbass
Yeah.
in this situation."
Yes.
There's so many good, like, when the kids get stuck, and he's like, "Okay, I need a hero."
Yes.
Oh,
And
my
he's
I'm
like,
holding
"What,
out
Footloose?"
for a hero.
funny.
Footloose, anyone?
The remake?
No, the
Bonnie
remake?
Tyler.
Anyone see the remake?
And then I was like, oh
rest of
my
you are all
God,
dead
did
to
the
me.
remake come out
Yeah.
around that time?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that was a while ago.
Like that, I think it was probably one of the things that I loved most. And again, how much of this is script, how much of this is just Sam Rockwell, but all of his outdated references never landing. It just that is so
Really? That's the Cold War.
pivotal. Yeah.
He's like, "Really? Do you
This
get
is
comedy?"
so-
Yeah.
This is my best material, and I'm wasting
And
it.
I'm wasting it. So funniest story. The water was an actual water park. And those people in the background are actual people
Oh,
at the water
Jesus.
park.
Yes.
And Sam Rockwell was just riffing one day on the PA doing some like R-rated, X-rated stuff. And they had to shut him down because they're like, sir, this is a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
were
like-
doing
yeah.
it at an open water park.
In
Oh.
Boston somewhere, like the South Shore. So talk about authentic there.
Little too much. All right. So yes, you were talking about Now and Then
Yes.
was your pick.
Yeah.
All right. So then Nick, you've had
I feel
you've
like
had
I know
time
what
to
you're
think
gonna
about
say.
this
Yeah.
now.
I'm
So
curious to see what
actually,
you say.
I'm gonna go with two that are basically each generation's favorite high school movie, and that's Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Superbad. Superbad is a coming of age
Called it.
story about
Yeah,
two friends
for
coming to
sure.
the realization that
They are aging.
but that and they're going off to college and things are going to change.
Yeah.
Amazing authentic dialogue in
But
Superbad.
I
Correct.
feel like Superbad and Fast Times are two like it came out. I was a senior in high school when Superbad came out, and I was like, "This is the movie that spoke to me and everyone at my school." It's like this is the way they talk. They weren't popular, and they're also not complete losers, but they're like in that middle ground of like, okay, I know these people, but I don't necessarily hang out with them.
Yeah.
And Fast Times is all about all these things that happen in a teen comedy, but you get everything. You get the girl gets pregnant, she has an abortion, her brother's the one who's like the kind of jock cool guy. Like there's just all these little moments in that movie where you're like, oh, this is not what you would think a 80s high school comedy would be about.
Correct.
And yes, you have Spicoli, which is like the stoner funny story, but like they deal with some real stuff. And
Yes.
like, you know, her one friend
Jennifer
dating
Jason
the older
Leigh.
guy. Yeah, where it's like, oh, my older boyfriend, you know, and it's like
Yep.
everyone knew someone in high school who was dating someone in college, where they're like, yes, we get it. You date someone older. We know you're so mature for your
You
age.
knew that person?
Yes.
I did not know that person.
I had a few people I knew. It doesn't mean anything. And then what happens? Breaks up with them.
Yeah.
And then she starts dating. Then I love the joke of like, oh, she dated her college professor because of course she would. Like,
Yes.
But no, I those two movies to me they're not like the typical coming of age, but I just think they capture what high school is like for a lot of people in a more sincere way, but done in a comedy setting.
Yeah.
When we were kids, like My Girl, right? It's traumatizing, right? But she gets her period, and there's this whole like she's not a kid anymore, and that kind of thing, and it's such a traumatic film. And then you go, and it's like this generation gets Turning Red or whatever the panda.
Oh, yeah.
They get
That's
that
Turning Red, yeah.
to explain, you know, that journey. And we had My Girl, and I feel like that's just mean.
Another one I would throw out there that I just think is like unusual, but like the 40-year-old virgin, I actually think is
It's an old man coming of age.
Yes.
You
Talk
gotta
about
get
a
on
movie
that.
I can watch anytime, any place, at any point. That movie, for sure.
I think it's funny because it's like puberty is this whole like cocoon, like, you know, you start a caterpillar, you become a butterfly. There's this whole thing with puberty where it's like your body changes, your brain is changing, your emotions are like 1 and then 11. And it's just crazy. And we make so many movies about that.
Yeah.
And I want to see Menopause, the movie, because I feel
Oh,
it's the
gosh.
same damn thing.
I feel like that's like Steel Magnolias.
Yeah.
Or... no, they're not quite on the
No.
Let me think.
No, because I don't think.
Well, menopause doesn't exist though, you know. So
Right.
like-
No, it just recently became something we talk about and acknowledge.
we
and I
talk
feel
about,
so
but
bad.
we don't treat.
I'm like, oh my
Perry.
God. There are these people that came
Perry.
before
Oh
us.
God! Don't even talk about Perry.
Harry.
No, but thanks to like national heroes like Amy Schumer, we bring these things to light.
Oh, Amy Schumer. Oh, talk
And we
about a good
talk about 'em.
biography.
Oh, God.
read her
yes.
books. They are so fun.
Right?
But
Because
it,
like
deep.
so
too.
many things like her health. Was it endometriosis? What
Yeah,
is-
she has that. Yeah.
Right, where it's like nobody knows what that is, and then she makes it public, and they're like, "Oh, these people were gaslit to think that
Yeah.
they were just wimps."
Yeah.
It's not that at all.
Yes.
I like how Steve Carell plays Trent because the actor, you have to play him like in his mind, and this is what we talk about, what the conversation he has with Duncan at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
We love to
In
talk about
his
this.
mind, he thinks he's always doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like when he waits up for Duncan and he's like, look, if we're going to get through this, we have to do it together.
Yes.
Even though it's like, if you would just stop being a dick to Duncan, he would
Get through this.
He would
Yeah.
respect you. Then.
Yeah,
But
when he
to
talks
him,
about like
it's-
we need to have mutual respect
Yeah.
between each other, it's like, all right, start with you, asshole.
His father
like,
100%
Yeah.
said that too.
correct.
But then I'm sorry, and then every time this subject is breached, then I immediately have Death to Smoochie play in my head.
Oh my gosh, such a good
Your
movie.
stepdad's not mean, he's just adjusting. Remember, kids,
Just
stepdads are like new puppies. They need love and patience.
Oh
Yes.
man, I love Edward Norton.
I love the fact that it's children's television, and the world is so dark. It's so jaded and cynical and just really corrupt and awful. And everybody is either part of it or they've given up on it. And then here comes this guy who's just like believes in the dream, and over the course of the
Mr.
movie,
Rogers.
he just turns everybody to either on his side or they just can't. They have to get out of the way. And it's that power of one person being able to alter the perspective that is beautiful. And then there's Robin Williams being Robin Williams.
Aren't we talking about the way to Smoochie?
Smoochie is burgundy. Moochie is mauve.
Yeah. my selection, I think, for
Yeah, you didn't tell us yours.
Yeah, sorry.
no, we
It
I
just
did.
took us this long to get to
yeah, yeah, I was about to say I did my job. I
I knew this is how
engaged
this was gonna
conversation, but yeah, we'll get
It's
to mine
Death to
eventually.
Smoochie, isn't it?
It is. It's coming of age of Smoochie. No, mine's gonna be Sandlot.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
good one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, it's a absolutely perfect movie of, you've got the narrator who is the adult version, who is talking about the good old times and how it, he and his group of friends navigated that particular time in their lives.
Yeah, great movie.
Correct.
I always, it's funny because like I forget about Sandlot, and then the moment somebody brings up Sandlot, I'm like,
that's a great, yeah, exactly,
that was
right?
The obvious one.
Yeah.
Right? Silver Night, that was way off.
Where I go
Wait,
to the
that's the
media.
same guy?
I immediately then go to all the dark places, and I'm like, Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, another great
That's
one.
a great
Fried
one.
green tomatoes.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Riding in Cars with Boys. That one should be.
yes.
I
Oh,
think
and
every
Lady Bird.
girl, as soon as, as soon,
Yep.
if you have a daughter, and you
Riding
want
in
to
Cars
make
with
sure
Boys. Yes,
they make
that's a
good
good-
choices.
Yes, that's
You
a
don't
good
tell
one.
them to make good choices. You make them watch Riding in Cars with Boys, and then they'll be like, "Oh shit."
Now I get it. Thank you for that strong model, Mom.
So, Andrea, Nick, tell us what you guys got going on. Tell us what our listeners should look for.
I'm currently directing 9 to 5 at the community theater at the Rock House. That'll be middle of August with the teens. So it's going to be our first teen theater. It's going to be really fun. And then in the fall, I'll be directing Play On at Dundee Crown High School for the teens again. And that'll be fun because it's a play within a play where everything goes wrong.
That sounds fantastic.
And then, we'll be doing our theater stuff this year. Christmas Carol in the winter. We got the cabaret that we do have a date for, February 13th. And
There you go.
then
2027.
Elaine
Yeah.
says she's going to do another play. So we'll be busy as long as, we can do all the shows because
Yeah.
we love doing the shows. Like it has brought so much joy
Yep.
to our life that we didn't think that we were going to be able to experience again.
It's
Yeah.
mainlining joy back into your,
Yeah,
your
probably be-
arteries.
Such a gift.
Probably be dead somewhere.
Oh,
if
God.
I didn't have it.
Dark.
Dark.
Talk about dark.
Sorry, coming of age movie.
He went there.
Oh, my.
Got stung by a bee.
But I'm
He needs his
actually
glasses.
I'm Mrs. Mir, but I'm also Mrs. Nick Flick podcast. So
Yeah,
I'm going to turn it over to my
so
better half.
I have 2 podcasts, which means
yeah, 2.
I have no one who really listens, but I do have 2 of them.
Your mom listens.
My mom does, and my brother and sister-in-law do. Out of my 7 or 6 siblings, and however many in-laws, 2 of them listen, so that's nice. But yeah, I have Nick Flick's podcast,
Way
which
to shame your family.
which
Abla.
I have a Disney live action episode coming out, and then my middle of the year kind of like favorite movies of 2026 so far. I'll be recording soon, and then I have my other podcast, Nick Flicks and Phil at the Movies, where we're going to be covering Christopher Nolan.
That'll be good.
And doing like our favorite movies of his with The Odyssey coming out, and then we're going to do a Spider-Man movie ranking with Spider-Man coming out. So yeah, check
and you
those
just
out
had
on,
your Spielberg one come out. That one was really good. I like that one.
Yeah, so if you check us out, we're on Apple and Spotify. But yeah, just a movie podcast, 2 of them.
Yep.
It's fun.
That's why you're perfect for this. We greatly appreciate all of our listeners for choosing this podcast, supporting the independent film and the Blue Whiskey Independent Film Festival. I'm Jonathan C. Leggett, and thanks for imbibing with us. Cheers.